I'm incredibly, coming in here, I think incredibly humbled, and it's such a unique spot where there's this convergence of high level, high standards volleyball, as well as high level, high standards off the court. And it's something that I've always been about myself. And I think I learned that over my time here at Pepperdine, and just have been able to continue to do that after college. And so, for me to go through that process as a student athlete here was such a rich and wonderful experience, and then to be able to continue to live that way, in different countries and in different universities over the last decade or so, and so now coming back here, it's really exciting to again help provide that for the next generation of Pepperdine volleyball players that are coming through. And I know it's a special group right now, and it's been really fun these last couple of days to get to know everybody and hearing why they came here, why they enjoy being here, and just been really fun to kind of be back in the mix here. The guys that I've played with, the guys that I've coached when I was here before, or recruited when I was here before, as well as just alumni from the past. I think we had a pretty good run here when I was a student athlete, and so that was really neat time to be a part of Pepperdine volleyball. And even before I got here, it was Final Fours and national championships were the regular thing, and so I think that's been really neat to kind of touch base with a lot of guys that meant a lot to me, and so as we look ahead, this last weekend was really kind of communicating with all those guys a little bit, and as well as all the current players and the athletes that are coming in next year. So it's such a special group of people, and it is a place unlike any other. Yeah, I think I'm just reminded that there's everybody wants things to be done right away, and this urgent, I got to solve the world's problems right today. But I've learned to be a little bit more patient, and so we're just organizing the team and working on scheduling, and just kind of jumping back into the regular flow of season. Finishing up, the season was only a couple weeks ago, and so we've got this summer break here to really prep and get ready for the fall, to get the recruiting organized and going there, and just putting together a good plan for this upcoming season. I've learned a ton, and I think it just continues to surprise me, the experiences that I had here under Marv and with his leadership of what was right. And so what I've done at Washington with the beach volleyball team, or at Fresno State there, is a reflection of the experiences that I had here under Marv, and then adding different things. I played for a lot of different coaches all over the world, coaches from Brazil and Poland and Romania and Netherlands, and different USA coaches. And so I've just had a lot of different experiences as well, but it's all been kind of around the core principles and values that we've always had here at Pepperdine Volleyball, and just added little layers here or there, maybe to help with teaching or instruction, or I think about the experiences at Washington, really high level volleyball and a really high standard of performance on the court, and so in just an intense teaching and learning environment, and just really understanding the value of improvement, the value of getting better for all the athletes, and so just that commitment, I think, is something that's really meaningful to me, is that everybody on our team is getting better. Marv has always talked about players are happiest when they're getting better, and I absolutely believe that 100%. And so that's, when we talk about day one kind of things, that's a major priority for me right now, is to figure out how do we get everybody better, all 24 guys on the team, making a good plan, having a good idea of where they are, where they want to go, and how do we get them to get there. And so when it comes to coaching philosophy, I think there's probably a philosophy for every topic, and we can go through all the topics, but I think just the experiences, one of the things I believe that God is just God prepares us for kind of what's to come. And the experiences that I've had from here as a student athlete, even before that in high school and club volleyball, and those experiences got me here. Here kind of propelled me for some other places. And then coaching the last couple of years has really, I think, allowed me to come back here much more equipped and having seen a lot more, having experienced a lot more, having tried and things worked and things not worked, and just really learned how to hone what's good and to be able to do simple things a little bit better. The women's game is extremely competitive. There's 350 teams in Division I. There's thousands and thousands of players from a recruiting standpoint, how competitive it is. And so I think the transition is smooth. It's the same process. You're managing a staff, you're managing a roster of players, you're building a schedule, you're teaching the team, and we're always just learning. For us as coaches, we need to be learning just as much as the players are. That's part of the culture and the climate, is that we're a learning program, a teaching program, and we're all in this thing together. And so it's a pretty smooth transition. I've also been a part of men's volleyball forever, and so it's not like it's an unfamiliar thing or it's a different sport. It's maybe a couple different tactics and things are a little different, but that's not unfamiliar for me. One thought, maybe even before Marv, is David has been a massive part of this program. He's been he was a manager on the team when I was playing, and so he's been here for 15 years, and so the mark that David's left on the program is massive, from the technical things to scheduling to recruiting to, I remember even when I was my senior year, we made a run at the end, and I remember he was in the office with all of us, and figuring out how to beat the Bruins or Long Beach or whoever we were playing, and coming up with great insights and knowledge. And so I'm really grateful for David, and the work that he's done in the last 15 years has been massive for the program in a variety of roles that he's been in here. And so also just these last couple days, just seeing the quality of program that it is, and that Marv's of course been here, and so has David, and so it's been pretty neat to kind of come into that space now where the place is good, the athletes are great, the culture is great. And so I think that's a testament to the work that David's done. And Marv has been here for 40 years or whatever it's been, a little longer. And he's a special individual. There's not many people in the world like him. And I know he's getting inducted into the USA Volleyball Hall of Fame this week. And I'm always reminded that when I played overseas and played on the national team, I'd be in Italy or Romania or Germany or whatever, and people would know who Marv is. They would know the work that he's done for the sport. They would know the success of Pepperdine men's volleyball, and it's just something that always stuck with me, that he's had a huge impact here, right on this campus, and for the lives of the student athletes and just people that he works with on a day-to-day basis. How he treats people is certainly something that I hope to always be doing, and I hope all of our athletes are always doing. And but then from a sports standpoint, just the impact that he's made on the sport of volleyball, he's transformed the way it is played. He's given careers to people. He's given joy and passion to people, and moments that they would have never had before. And so I think his impact on people's lives and his impact on the sport around the world is a massive, massive impact, and it's such an honor to be around him all the time, and to have had a relationship with him since I was 15, 16 years old, and him believing in me when I was a scrawny little 16-year-old kid and thought I would be a good setter one day, and and so to kind of go through that process as a student athlete, as a coach, as an alumni, and as a fellow coach in the profession, and so he's been asking me to coach since I was probably 18 years old. I think my freshman year he was asking me when I was going to start coaching, and so he's clearly always seen something in me along the way, and so it's pretty neat to have somebody that respected and that who I think is that special to believe in me, and so I'm excited. Pepperdine's a special place, and it's unlike anywhere else in I think the direction and the support of Steve as the athletic director is fantastic, and then with Tim Perrin and Jim Gash here now, it's such a different feel for me being back, and with the campus working on the mountain, and you kind of see athletics here growing and expanding, and you get to see Michael Beard with the men's golf team winning a national championship pair, and the women's tennis team, how good they've been, and I think it's really exciting to be around a lot of other sports, women's soccer, just everybody that's competing at a really, really high level right now and pursuing their faith and pursuing excellence on the court or grass, pool, whatever it is. But it's just such a neat group of coaches, a neat group of athletic administration, and then a neat group of university administration. And I think, to me, that's what's really exciting about now. And kind of like as I'm looking ahead, it requires the synergy of everybody to kind of get Pepperdine men's volleyball back to that national championship level, and both the athletes as well as these external pieces. It requires a lot, and the level is high. The competitiveness is as high as ever. The physicality of the game is as high as ever, and so I think I certainly believe in what we're doing here and what Pepperdine men's volleyball is, but also that the future looks really good with the athletes and the other people that are a part of this, and so I'm excited to have all the alumni back, and just continue to have the support of the community, and get more and more people into Firestone Fieldhouse, and then hopefully the mountain one day, and just to really continue to expand on what Pepperdine has been, and to kind of fan that flame a little bit more here.